What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Painus, about to review the new Blood Omen Red Horizon set. Let's go through all the characters in their support here. Alice, first up, one of those characters where you get to name something. High skill ceiling character that appeals a lot to pro players, like old Alice especially, and Sherry from World of Endines. Will it be a good deck that sees a lot of play and wins events? That has yet to be seen, but it does seem to be better than those other two characters that got put on the shelf and never did anything. Oh, and she has some nice support. She has that nice one check that can end your opponent's attacking turn. That's the kind of power level I like to see on a one check. Like, if I'm gonna lose games flat out from playing one checks, I better also win some games when I play it. So that's nice, and thank God they didn't give it any symbols on Tengu Man. That would have been some bullshit. And one thing about this character, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this one for free, guys. You can have this one for free. So you play all Alice. I mentioned this combo before, but it's especially good in Alice. You play I'm Alone with My Joker and You, really good foundation, and you also play however many copies of Waves of Blood. This is really good in Alice. One, because you look at your opponent's hand when they try to draw off your foundation, and two, they don't have any foundations in their hand after you resolve this. So that makes getting her E off way better, because you only have to name usually action or attack, and now you don't have to worry about them blocking with foundations because they're not going to have any in their hand. So yeah, that's pretty sweet, pretty sick combo that no one's gonna play but me, I guess. I don't know. Balecore, he's really good. He's like a 6 hand size version of Pharaoh Man, I think. Except he has a big emphasis on blowing your opponent up on the last attack. Yeah, a really scary character. Really scary getting attacked and you're not sure if you need to block it because you need to save your foundations to block his big attack. Or do you just take it and he's actually just poking you? He's not trying to kill you. Really simple character, but with a really complex interaction there, based on how your opponent, what they do on your first attack that you throw at them. And he's got big purple hands, and he uses them to bad touch Mei Lin, but she's a million years old, so that's okay. Gabrick, really good character, really annoying, probably. Gonna use all that Dimitri support. Yeah, pretty solid. So yeah, throws are a new thing again. Throws are a huge thing again. So throws are gonna make top in events, but never get first, like usual. That's what throws are made to do. They're made to be a cool, proactive deck that scrubs can use. But at the end of the day, you're gonna get matched with someone with anti throws, and you're probably gonna lose. Yeah, and I like how there's a BDSM guy hidden in the art. I love that about Gabrick. That's pretty tight. Krieger der Bergen. This guy's only one hand size and one life. I don't really recommend playing him unless he gets balanced out and they bump that up to 5 hand size and 20 life or something. If this card is discarded due to your character's effect, add it to the top of your deck. So if he wants to play more copies of himself, that's cool, I guess. I don't know how you discard him though. E+5. Your opponent's block modifier to block this attack gets +1 for each card with Krieger in its name attached to your character. So that's a pretty okay ability, but since he's only one life and one hand size, I still don't recommend playing him, even though he has that pretty good ability. Next card, same deal. Krieger de Nacht. If Heidi has 5 different characters with Krieger in their name attached to her, you form Der Krieger de Todes and win the game. So yeah, I guess I guess if you're attaching him to Heidi, that's pretty good. If this attack gets +1 or -1 damage, that's also it's an okay ability. But one hand size, one life, it's pretty shit card. I can't recommend playing it though. Krieger der See. Well, this one's also one hand size, one life. Yeah, we're getting trolled here, so I'm not even gonna read the abilities. You would never play a dude with one hand size, one life. That's bullshit. Krieger der Sound, one hand size, one life. Yeah, I don't care what it says. What's the next one? Krieger de Walds. Okay, a fifth one. One hand size, one life. Same symbols as all the other ones, but if you get hit by one attack, you die because you only have one life, and you can only have one block in your hand. And yeah, I don't know how these are viable when you just die to one hit because you only have one life. Yeah, that's pretty nonsense. Next up, we got Lily. Pretty much a different flavor of Vegeta, with all the same symbols and same gimmick. Add foundations to your opponent's card pool. Except she slowly turns your opponent's board into all face downs, and she doesn't have to play reversals. Instead, she has to play ranged attacks. Really similar. Maylin, she's pretty cool. She's the new cool 5-hand sizer. Miska. First form, reveal one ally card from your hand. Your opponent discards one card. So we're going to see a lot of anti-discard now that Miska's a thing. Marathi. One of my favorite dudes from Red Horizon. First E, remove the top card of your deck. Your attack gets plus X damage. X equals the printed difficulty of the removed card. That's a really good ability. It's really hard to be angry at that. But as we see, it's not all it's cracked up to be. E once per turn. If your printed 6 difficulty attacks damage is at least double its printed damage, draw 2 cards. So that is a really good card when you read it too. Just read it like in a vacuum. That's a really good ability. But if you take a closer look at his support, his 6 difficulty attacks, they suck balls. They're overcosted for no reason, basically just to fulfill this gimmick of 6 difficulty attacks. 5 damage and 5 speed for 6 difficulty. Oh man, that's so good. Sign me up. I can't wait to play Marathi. At least this one has stun too, and a shitty ability that will never go off because this is a pretty fast game. And your opponent must also lose 2 vitality as an additional cost to play an ability that reduces the speed of this attack. Okay, I guess my opponent's just going to have to burn for 2 when they go to block my shitty attack. Okay, that sucks. Shadow of Death. Also 5 speed, 5 damage, 6 difficulty. Nice, sign me up. That sounds amazing. E, your next printed 6 difficulty attack gets -2 difficulty. So, your next shitty overcosted attack can now also be even cheaper, like a regular attack. Or you could just run like regular attacks. You could also do that. And R, after your opponent reduces the damage of this attack, you may add it to your hand and your opponent loses 2 vitality. So that's strictly worse than just saying your opponent cannot reduce this damage of this attack. That's pretty bullshit. So on the whole, Marathi's pretty shitty unless you're just building his deck around his enhance, which is a good ability. Can get +6. You're supposed to get +6 with his ability. +6 because his shitty overcosted attacks that you're burning, they're so difficult, they add so much damage, they're so good. But at the end of the day, God, that's a hard pill to swallow. I just maybe playing off Earth, Venom Shot's a really good 6 difficulty attack. Who do we got next? Sasha. Foundation gimmicks. That's cool. That's cool, I guess. We got Ulrich. Another character that you can put just go ahead and throw 4 copies of Kyo's jacket in there. Yeah, I like characters like that. And get the momentum, trigger Kyo's jacket, and then blow your opponent up with whatever. He has some nice support, or blow them up with powerful. He doesn't. Unfortunately, he doesn't share any symbols with focus charge, but it's whatever. He gets momentum, and he's from my favorite game, Breakdown. So you can't really complain there. Vincent Gray, pretty much need to check 5 a shitload, which is kind of hard when you're 5 hand size. Zoe, she's pretty crazy. She's kind of legacy crazy because she just has form commit, clear your pool of one attack and get a foundation, and also add an attack from your pool to your hand. Yeah, that's really good for just having to play a few ranged to get to be able to do that. That's really good, and she's gonna be really scary, even though Blazing Storm isn't there anymore. Which, by the way, if like they ever do it like extended, seriously, Zoe with Blazing Storm is gonna like wreck the shit out of people. That's not even gonna be funny. All the promo Red Horizon characters are getting released in this set, but they don't have enough support to like change them. They're still like the same characters with maybe 1 or 2 cards released. Oh, and Natali, she's a completely new character. First form, add 1 card from your hand to your momentum. So she can also play Kyo's Jacket. I fucking love Kyo's Jacket. And there's a bunch of random cards that don't have a character that there's support for. They're just kind of loose cards. What do we got? We got a Critical Split, which is a new toy for Tengu Man. A Technical Sphere, obviously meant to be used with the promo Eva. Yeah, that's going to be dumb, playing like Fire or Life Eva, and this card is basically a second set of copies of Leona Blade. So you can just Leona Blade the shit out of your opponent. That'll be pretty cool. Overhead Heel Crush, a 6 difficulty attack that doesn't interact with Marathi in any way unless you can put it to 20 damage, which is kind of dumb. But it is a big ass attack for you to play and blow people up with for, like, I don't know, Sasquatch, if you want to play Sasquatch. And it's got no keywords on it, no text box basically. So I guess the next Kaden is also going to be like the old Kaden, where he gives abilities to attacks with no text box. So that's pretty telling. Also telling is how the like, he used to have bells that he fought with, but you can see in the art they're dreidels instead now. He fights with these big ass dreidels, and that might also be a clue to his lore, I think. Oh, and they also reprinted Silence. If you take a closer look at Silence, you can also see his dreidels in that art. They changed it from the old one to include the big dreidels, and this one's a little bit harder to see. I'm gonna have to zoom in really far on this one. He has like that red eye symbol you see everywhere. It's like an eye and like some jagged marks on it, but like he doesn't have that. It's like a red menorah. If you look really closely, there's like a red menorah on his blindfold. So that might have something to do with the dreidels. It might have something to do with the lore. It might have something to do with Heidi. We don't know. We're gonna have to find that out in the next set.